team. What about most valuable defenders? Rudy Gobert, when he was out, the Jazz struggled. When he came back from injury, it was a much different story.
RG has the best defensive rating of any player who averages 30 minutes or more. And Ed, I will say to you this, when you build a house, you need a great foundation. You need somebody who is the pillar of your defense, who can, just his presence alone, can deter you from taking shots.
Were you waiting for me to call him the Stifle Tower?
If that's what you want to call it. I mean, it works for me.
He's from France.
Okay, I got it now.
Paul to Harden from long range. And James Harden, well defended, still gets it to go down. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
And he throws it down. Rudy Gobert with the slam.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Harden to Paul. To Harden. Paul fires the 3 with James Harden, muscle memory, gets it to go.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
Rubio guarded by Clint Capella. To Joe Ingles. Has a chance. Deep 2 there, won't go. To Paul. James Harden fires for 2. James Harden, 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
Look, the Rockets don't take too many mid-range jumpers. Actually, last season, they led the league in three-point attempts. Glad to see them actually find a two-point shot relevant these days.
Houston takes over to Paul. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Mitchell with the basketball. 10-4 is the score. To Joe Ingles. Here comes the screen. Mitchell. Capella's on him. For 3. He was all over him.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
James Harden. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
It just seems like one of 3 things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a 3. Pick your poison.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on...
Fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Now Paul with the basketball. Lead stands at 7. To Harden. Paul. Can't miss those. Jazz have the ball. Rubio guarded by Nene. To Allen. Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Harden with the basketball. Up 5 to P.J. Tucker. Harden had made his first couple, but he misses there. Here's Rubio up top, down 5. To Allen. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
It's Harden. Brings the ball up to P.J. Tucker. Screen coming. Sizing up the defense. Paul. It was right there. 4-3. He was crowded. Grayson Allen off the mark. Deep 3 at the buzzer. 1 quarter down in this deciding Game 7. Jay and I return in a moment. This is the Western Conference Finals on EA Sports. One quarter down. Neither side really distinguished itself. Jay, what stood out?
And when both teams are playing at this level, it just continues to reaffirm that I was excited to watch both of these teams play this entire week. It's been a solid game so far, but this has a chance to be a great one down the stretch.
Grayson Allen. Shot clock winding down. It's good, and 1.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Jay Crowder trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 79% at the line. Got it from the line. And now Houston has the basketball. Paul to P.J. Tucker. Surveys the floor. Austin Rivers. And that's rebounded by the Jazz. Grayson Allen. Gets to the basket, but it's no good. Paul across the timeline. Right now, 12 all. Ooh, Chris Paul. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
Fareed to Rivers. Gerald Green to Paul. Fires the three. Now that's a contest. To Allen. Korver. Gets it in the right corner. Here's a chance from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Great shot by the offense. But the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
changes coming from both sides right now. To Paul. Has a look. Ooh, Chris Paul. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Donovan Mitchell with the rock. Probing the defense. That's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon. It'll stay with Utah. Five to shoot for Utah. Trying to cash in. Mitchell's shot off the mark.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Mitchell with it up top. Down 3. Ingles picked up by Paul. A bad pass as the Rockets come away with it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
To Joe Ingles. The Jazz with 4 in the shot clock. To Joe Ingles. Going to launch beyond the arc. Ingles taking the momentum of the 2018 playoffs into that 3.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
Paul to P.J. Tucker. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Chance for Chris Paul. Ooh, Chris Paul. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5. When you look at playmakers in the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Mitchell. Harden's on him. Paul with it up top. Lead is 2. To Harden. Lets it fly from long range. That's off the side of the rim, short. Rubio into the front court. The margin is 2. Halftime on the horizon. Screen coming. Crowder against Tucker. Wide open look, won't go.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still you got to make that one.
Paul knocks it down and the foul. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
Most definitely contact on that forearm during the follow-through. You have to give the offensive player a lot of credit. The concentration you need to make a shot after getting fouled, that's big time.
Chris Paul with a chance at a 4-point play. A career 86% from the line. It's good. Has the hot hand and a 4-point play. Counter shot off the mark. Late heave to beat the buzzer. We are at halftime in Game 7. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Guys, let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Rockets worked hard for their halftime lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Houston Rockets. The Jazz have dug themselves a bit of a hole after 2 quarters, and someone needs to step up offensively if they plan to win this game. Not a single player has gotten into double digits yet. These are the guys getting buckets for the Utah Jazz.
Game track. Rebounds.
The Houston Rockets are extending a lot of possessions and wearing out the defense with their emphasis on rebounding.
Player of the half.
Chris Paul was lighting up the scoreboard in the first half, and I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure out what it'll take to slow him down. He looks like he's in a zone.
Cold.
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. And see you again after the game.
Here's Rubio into the front court. The deficit is 6. Screen coming. Rubio here against P.J. Tucker. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper won't fall.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Donovan Mitchell with the rock. To Favors. A drive, but he can't get it to go.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
Now a steal as the Rockets have it. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Chris Paul at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Paul's free throw, good. A three-point play as the Rockets add to their lead. Jazz will take a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Mitchell against Harden. To Rubio. The rebound belongs to Houston. Tucker to Paul. Ricky Rubio tips it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
And the rebound taken in by Utah. Utah's got it. Rubio matched up with Paul. Drive from the baseline, but it won't go down. Gordon with it. It's an 11-point game. It's Crowder with the rebound. To Rubio. Paul into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Harden. Baseline drive. Harden to the basket, but his shot stays out. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Now whistle and a timeout for Utah as the coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. To Joe Ingles. Rubio. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Nene to Rivers. Here comes the screen. Austin Rivers to P.J. Tucker. Donovan Mitchell with the rock. Nice finish at the rim.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Paul into the front court. The lead stands at 9. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable. And almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Ricky Rubio not shaken for the early struggles. Maybe this is a sign of things to come.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Now Paul with the basketball. It's a 9-point lead. Here comes the screen. To Paul. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. It's good. And he's not done. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
Oh, that was a big-time shot. But more impressive than the shot, the bench reactions. I love the celebration tactics. This is why you love this game.
P.J. Tucker with a chance at a 4-point play. A career 74% free throw shooter. Free throws up and perfect. To Favors. Joe Ingles to Allen. Shot clock winding down. Beyond the arc for 3. Tough shot for Joe Ingles. No good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
to Paul. Add 2 points to the board. Deep three at the buzzer. That'll do it. Third quarter complete. The Rockets way out in front. It's the Rockets in control of the basketball as we start the fourth quarter. And if they were looking good at halftime, Jay, they're really looking good now.
They really turned up that intensity in the third quarter. They were looking to put this game out of reach, and they've come out close to doing it.
Paul to Fareed. Kenneth Fareed powers it down. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Korver to Rubio. Deep left corner. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Jumper's good.
You see, the great playmakers see the shot before it ever happens. They recognized how they were being guarded on the previous set, and then they make the necessary adjustments.
Gerald Green to Paul from long range. And Chris Paul, veteran move, well defended, still buries the 3.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
When miracles happen, you accept it and you're thankful. But you don't expect it all the time.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter.
As a player, this doesn't always happen, but it's a beautiful thing when everybody is allowed to be on the same page. Scouting report is being executed, you're being efficient with your jump shooting, your passes are crisp, you're listening to the coach on the sideline, and everything is working your way. You have to really appreciate these type of moments in the game of basketball.
Austin Rivers. Rudy Gobert with the block. That's out. Last touch by Rudy Gobert. Austin Rivers. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Mitchell sizing up Green. Wide open look, won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
And finishes strong.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Here's Rubio up top. Down a bundle. Favors. To Gobert. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
The true measure of Rudy Gobert comes on the defensive end. He was all-NBA defensive first team and was tied for the lowest opponent field goal percentage at 43%. You ain't getting by that.
Here comes the screen. To Gerald Green. Fine to shoot. Not that time. Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets.
I'm sorry, his name is not John Wall or Russell Westbrook. So why is he getting a free pass down the entire length of the floor?
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Harden carries it on the catch and shoot.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Has a chance. Deep two there. Won't go. Rivers to bring it into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Harden buries it.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that three despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
Not that time.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
Substitution being made in this one. Rubio defended by Rivers. To Joe Ingles. Driving's Rubio, but he can't get it to fall. It's James Harden once again. Takes stock of the floor. Shot for James Harden. And scores.
There's something that is so impressive about what we saw this evening. Not just the shot-making ability, but the fact that not every shot came from the pocket. There were some bad passes being made, and the shots came from different places around the body, which aren't usual for the typical shot. That shot-making ability, that's something special to watch.
It's the Rockets who are victorious. They are champions of the Western Conference. They're on their way to the NBA Finals. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Taylor Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Rockets are the Western Conference champions. After a long, grueling season, they're now headed to the NBA Finals. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Houston Rockets. The Jazz weren't able to advance after that tough loss. I got a sense they didn't expect for their offseason to start just yet. I know what the feeling's like, and it can be tough, but it's all about how you come back from it. Who knows what they'll be like next season? It'll be interesting to see for sure. Check out the leading scores for the Utah Jazz.
Game track. Rebounds.
The Utah Jazz suffered a discrepancy in their rebounding, and in turn, it resulted in a loss. Rebounds are certainly not a glamorous stat, but wins are. And without competitive rebounding, you're not going to get wins.
Player of the game.
Chris Paul played the role of facilitator today, and no one is more happy than his teammates.